Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to all of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, folks out in the digital ether. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another exciting edition of Zenescope's Retailer Live Streams. If you've never joined us before, I'll be happy to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here. If you have been here before and you've heard me say this 1,000 times already, get ready because I'm going to say it again. And it needs to be said. Bears repeating, should I say. Hello, Steven. Hello, Tom. Hello, Mr. Freebird. All in the comments section. Hello, Edward. It's great to see all of you familiar, fun faces again. And as I was saying, Aaron, good to see you, sir. What we do here on our retailer live streams is, we started these probably a while back as a way to kind of connect with the comic book community. I've said it before. Comic books are, should I say, comic book stores, the brick and mortar physical locations, those are without a doubt the lifeblood of the comic book industry. We as a company, as a publisher, as well as all of us as part of this comic book industry would not be where we are without the continued support of those local brick and mortar comic book stores, the cornerstone of, this empire. So we wanted to start this as an initiative to, kind of give back to the community, connect with the community, and support and sort of highlight those individual stores. So I'm very proud and pleased to have a returning guest, a store that we featured earlier, probably a few years ago, on this very same, video cast, what have you. So this is Rodman Comics from Iowa, United States. And we are joined by Rod himself. So Rod, welcome to the stream, sir.
Hello there. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing much better now that I'm talking to you, man. Thanks for joining us.
So, yeah, we're here at Ankeny, Iowa. Been in operation for nearly 13 years. October 1st will be the 13-year mark.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so this is my employee, Joe. He's been a great help.
Hi, Joe.
Somebody else that doesn't want to be on the live stream. So, but yeah, we've been open luckily for over a decade. Got a really cool car.
I saw that on the Google Images. If we could take a look at that, that'd be awesome.
So, been lucky enough that this is still running, still going. So,
wow, that's very cool.
It's the mobile billboard, basically.
So how long have you've been in business for almost 13 years, you said. How long have you had the car for? Did that come first or did the shop come first?
Whoops, I gotta get back in.
Hey, no problem.
The motorcycle just drove by. I didn't hear what you said. My apologies.
Hey, you're good, man. No, I was just curious. How long have you had the car for?
The car I've had for longer, and I had it wrapped after I opened up the store. And the car's, knock on wood, been around for over 13 years. And so that's not a paint job on the car. It is what's called a wrap. So they put plastic over it, and it's a lot less inexpensive than having it painted.
Now, do you drive that around, or is that purely like ornamental, put it in front of the store, eye candy kind of thing?
Currently, I've been driving it around a lot. Because it's definitely not a winter vehicle, but yes, I'm driving it a lot. It's like a mobile billboard, and kids really like it, so that's good too. Good advertisement.
Very cool. Now I see some. Speaking of very cool, I see some very cool books behind you on the wall there. A little. I'm seeing some David Nakayama, a little Ian McDonald, Paul Green.
So yes, we've been with Zenescope for a long time, dealing with Jason for years. I don't even know how long, but we've been, you guys have been very helpful to us. I talked to you guys. I talked to Jason by email quite a bit. I couldn't even tell you my other reps from the other stores because I never heard from them at all. So, but yeah, you guys got some great talents on your books, and people like them, so it's an easy sell.
That's fantastic. Yeah. No, I took myself off the screen so that we could focus more on the
Oh,
comics. You didn't see, but my jaw did do a visible drop at the scale of the Zenescope comic books that you have. That's a decent variety.
yeah, yeah. Like I say, people like it. Great cover art. You guys have done quality for years. Couldn't ask for much more.
Oh, well, thanks, man. Well, we're happy to have you as part of the team, and I'm glad to hear that everything's going well. Hopefully,
Yeah.
fingers crossed, we can keep that momentum going.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thanks. So, heck. Yeah, the store's pretty small, so it's not heavy on rent. We've got new releases coming out today. We've got some Zenescope stuff in today, so we're getting ready to put it on the shelf and get it going. So some exclusive Diamond Retail program material and some action figures, obviously statues. So heck, yeah, we've been lucky enough to be still in business for nearly 13 years.
Nice. Now, have you been in the same location for the entirety of your 13-year span?
Yes, yes, I have. Actually, one of these days I'll maybe move to a bigger one, but I signed a lease, so I've got a few more years here at least.
Gotcha. Now it does look. I took a look at your website. I'm a big fan of the design, by the way, the kind of black and red and white aesthetic. Um, but it seems like you do a lot there in terms of like events. Is that correct?
We do a lot of sales, like sales days usually consist of auctions, and our next one will be August 26th. Years ago, I thought of a deal and named it Rod Deals and almost didn't do it because I thought it sounded kind of egotistic and a little less than exciting. But people like to do auctions on anything from a variant comic book to a toy to anything. And we have gaming events. We've had HeroClix here a lot. We do Magic on Saturday nights at 7. So then, yeah, try to interact with the community. Had the car in the parade last month,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, try to stay with the community of Ankeny. Spent most of my life here, so hopefully they'll still keep me around.
Oh well, it sounds like you're definitely well established in the community, especially if you're taking part in the parade, and that's what I gotta imagine when you have a car like that. A very you know a very specific looking car, like a Batmobile or an Ecto One, or something like that. Do people like see you and recognize you like driving around in that?
Like I say, the kids really like it. Their wave. During the parade, it was weird this year because I've been in it before, and yeah, people are shouting "Rod, Rod!" It's like, but yet they might have just want to get my attention for the free comic books so that we were giving out. So Joe was
Do you
nice enough
like
to drive the truck in it. So the problem with the Camaro, I'm not sure if it can last 2 hours at like less than 5 hours or 5 miles an hour. So we put on a tow and a flatbed, and Joe drives it by a truck. So that's one of these days I may get brave and see if it would last 2 hours without overheating. But yeah, it's good for, like I say, it's a mobile billboard, and like I say, people like it. So knock on wood, it lasts for a long time, and will be our advertisement for another decade or so.
No, that is definitely a great asset to have. Definitely. Hopefully, one of these days we can get a Zenescope car, a Zenmobile.
There you
But
go.
I don't know if that's in the budget just yet.
I like it. If it happens, send a picture.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be the first ones to let you know.
Great, great. So
But
heck.
I will say the other thing I seemed really impressed with was your newsletter on your website. How often do you do that?
I try to update that every week. Try to keep people in the know. Then I also write for Bleeding Cool. I used to do that weekly, but for whatever reason, business is doing pretty good and been busy or than usual. So I write for bleedingcool.com about once a month, and I've done that for years too. I used to, when I was newer, I'd write about the challenges and the learning experience of being a new store, and to help. My goal was to help other stores that were new learn and adapt better, because like when I opened, there was no real guidance out there, or I learned the hard way by spending a lot of money, unfortunately. So, but yet I've had other people tell me that they've read past things I wrote for Bleeding Cool, and they've learned things from it, and it was helpful. So, but currently, I'm just writing about the current marketplace challenges and so forth. So, but yeah, I try to write, try to keep people informed. The more comic stores out there, the better to get new people in and to keep the hobby alive.
Absolutely, man. That's what I'm a firm believer in, maintaining the comic book, kind of lifeline, because it definitely has ebbed and flowed and, changed, and it's 80, 100 plus years, as an industry. So definitely having these, little like meeting spots, these forums, these locations that people can kind of, commingle and talk about stuff. But you have to have definitely, I imagine, a really cool perspective with your Bleeding Cool articles, especially, sad to say, not a whole lot of, there are a decent number of comic stores that didn't survive the pandemic. And it's very cool to see that you have, not only survived, but thrived, kind of come out the other side. So I have to imagine that is, providing a really cool perspective.
Yeah, I mean, we were lucky that people missed comics. They missed their normal routine. So when things got more back to normal, there was obviously a spike in, people wanted their collectibles and they wanted, they missed it. So that was good because I was worried, after you go for something for so long, because collecting is a habit. And then once you get out of the habit, sometimes it'd be hard to get back in because, you've just changed. Maybe you're going to the movies more. Maybe, you're just, like I say, the people that stop here once a week or once a month, they're the lifeline to the store. They're the cash flow that keeps it going and so forth. And you don't want them to lose interest or stop coming by or get out of their habit of coming by so often. It's like I say, COVID was real scary, and thankfully we came it through that. And the comic industry for a while, people wondered without the new material coming out, is the comic industry going to survive? So that was scary also.
Yeah, definitely. There were a lot of change ups there. I mean, even within the last, 3 or 4 years, things have kind of drastically changed. But I do see that you do a lot of like online sales and stuff on your website. So I've thrown that into the comments section. I'll put it up down here at the bottom of the screen. So everybody watching and listening, if you want to go check out Rod's inventory, I highly recommend it. They got some cool stuff there. You can check out the website. But Rod, any parting words of wisdom that you want to leave us with?
The best thing any owner or business person could do is try. I mean, at times it seems like frustrating or even hopeless, but yet you still got to try. I mean, if you throw in the towel, then you are done for. Because, like I say, coronavirus shutting down, that was all very scary, and tried the best to adapt and just like too dumb to quit, so just went forward. So just never give up. I mean, I wish I had better advice.
No, dude, that's actually fantastic advice. We did an interview with Drax Gal at the end of last week, and that was actually coincidentally very similar to what he was saying. He didn't give up. He put himself out there. Worst that somebody can do is say no. So going out and trying. Oh, looks like we're glitching up a little bit. So can you still hear me okay, Rod? Oh no. All right. Well, it looks like the Wi-Fi's can you hear me okay, Rod? All right. Well, it looks like we're going to lose you here with the Wi-Fi. Having a hard time hearing you. So, it sounds like you can hear me, but we can't hear you. So, thank you very much, Rod. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, I got to cut you off. All right. So some technical difficulties there at the end. I'm sorry, Rod, if you can still hear me. People in the comments, hopefully you can still hear me as well. I just watched Rod's screen go black, so probably a good place to cut the interview right there. But some fantastic words of wisdom, fantastic retailer, and a fantastic store. Dare I say it, a fantastic guy. So thank you so much to Rod. Rod, if you can hear me, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to show us your store. And Jason, if you can hear me in the studio, I'm going to throw it on over to you. We'll see what we can do. All right. So here we go.
All right. So I want to say a huge thank you to Rod for visiting with us again. Rod's an absolute fantastic owner. Like you mentioned early in the interview, I've known Rod easily, probably going at least back 5-6 years now. And he's a strong supporter of Zenescope. Steven, I couldn't agree with you more. Well, it wouldn't be Zenescope without us glitching, doing something funky, losing the Wi-Fi, getting the Wi-Fi back. We've certainly had some technical difficulties with Craig Horn and then a little bit with Trax, but thank goodness we were able to work things out with Trax. If you guys didn't see that interview with Trax Gal, I really highly recommend that. We just did what we call our Beach Blast comic convention via stream. So you can find it on Facebook. You can find it on YouTube Live or YouTube, I guess. Just look up Zenescope Beach Blast Con. And then it was day one. And I would say about an hour in is our interview with Trax Gal. After we get through some glitchy technical difficulties in the first maybe minute or 2 minutes or so forth, Noah does a really candid interview with Trax Gal. And hopefully you guys catch that. If you have not caught it, I highly recommend going over to do so. All right. Dave, we're awake, dude. We're ready to rock and roll, dude. Are you kidding me? All right. So without further ado, let's get some new releases. So first and foremost, if you're looking to order something in the stream today, you just need to put the code that is shown with the book. So say it's NR1, could be NR1A, NR1 cover B, NR1 cover C, NR1 cover D. Please indicate whether you'd like to have it signed. In the case of the first book that we're doing, you can actually have it signed by the writer, which is Dave Franchini. Joe can pretty much sign everything that we do. Joe is our owner, president of the company. He, along with Dave, along with Ralph, along with David Wall, pretty much come up with a story concept on pretty much everything that we do. So if you're going to the VIP event, you're going to meet all four of these gentlemen, along with Pat Shan, too. We're extremely excited to have at the VIP event. So without further ado, let's get some books. The first new release that we want to talk about is Sleeping Beauty. And from what I'm being told, Sleeping Beauty is actually in stores next week on Wednesday. So this is our Grimm Universe Presents. It's our quarterly. It's Sleeping Beauty. Again, it's $8.99. Try and keep in mind the reason why it's $8.99 is this is 72 pages. So 72 pages of writing. As you can see, some absolutely phenomenal covers. So I want to go through the covers real fast before I get to the story. And the covers are by some absolutely fantastic artists. The first cover is Igor Vitorino, which is the A cover. And then the B cover is Guillermo Fajardo. I believe the J is silent. And then cover C is Igor Lomov. And then cover D is Jay Anacleto. So easily 2 to 3 of these covers, to me, or 4 actually, could be variants that we do, that kind of thing. So the other thing I was going to mention too, Nick, is if you see Jesus Christ, Jake, if you see Mark come up in the stream, whatever, just mention what you said to me before, and let me know or whatever, and then we'll let Mark know live. So again, I'm looking for NR1 cover A, NR1 cover B, NR1 cover C or D. If you want multiple covers, you certainly may have that as well. So this can be signed by the writer, which is Dave Franchini. Could be signed by Joe Bruscia too as well. And again, it is Grimm Universe Presents Sleeping Beauty. She is the Nightmare Queen. So the story, I'm going to go ahead and read you the foreword. I just read the book today. I absolutely loved it. First of all, I thought the interior art was absolutely beyond slamming. And once we take the banner down, I'll tell you in a second, I'll show you some of the interior work as well. But for right now, this basically deals with Rory Norris. And Rory is an artist who loses her sight Unfortunately, she still kind of continues to be an artist and so forth, but she is, as soon as she closes her eyes, she basically enters into a dream world, and she is battling beings in this dream world and so forth. So Rory ends up fighting for her father's life, fighting for her mother's life, basically fighting for her own life too as well in this dream world. It's basically a continuation of our Sleeping Beauty character we created months back. This issue is called The Nightmare Queen. It is a standalone, so it's a perfect book to get started with us. If you've never read anything Zenescope, this to me is a perfect book to get ahead and get started with. And again, so I want to kind of mention again the interior art. So yeah, if you want to pull that down real fast, thanks so much, Jake. Here's some of the interior art on the Sleeping Beauty. I mean, it's breathtaking, dude. I mean, just some absolutely fantastic panels, fantastic interior cover art work. Done by, I believe it's Cabrera, Julia Cabrera, who did the interiors on this. So again, this Grim Universe presents our quarterly Sleeping Beauty, and again, it's 72 pages. That's why it's $8.99. If you're interested in the book, please go ahead and put NR1 cover A, B, or C, or D into the notes, and then indicate whether you'd like to have it signed, and it will be done for you. And again, just another one of those absolutely fantastic covers. Fantastic characters that Zenescope has come up with in the past few years is Rory. Really awesome. You also get to see, again, Rory pretty much at her best in this book. All right, so the next book that we want to mention is our NR2, is our new release number 2. It's Van Helsing. Happens to also be a standalone issue. It's Van Helsing Hell to Pay. This one's a little bit older. The reason why I went back to Van Helsing Hell to Pay is I believe we missed a week as far as books coming into shops. And then the week before that was, so there's Mark actually in the stream. So Mark, do please indicate which cover you want for NR1. If you want NR1 cover A, cover B, cover C, or D. Jake had a message for you, Mark. Go ahead, Jake. What do you got?
We owe you a care package, man.
So Mark, we actually owe you a care package. Also, Mark, try and let us know what cover you want, A, B, C, or D. NR1 kind of leaves it wide open for us. We can kind of send whatever cover we want to you.
All four.
Or we can send you all 4, dude, and I'd be fine with that too as well. So, Mark, apparently we owe you a care package, and it is, so it'll be cover C for Mark. And it's on the way, or it's whatever?
He needs to tell me which graphic novels he wants.
All right. So, Mark, you have upgraded to gold status. Please let us know what graphic novels that you want for your upgrade to gold status. You can email us at VIP@Zenescope, or if you want to go ahead and put it into the comments right now, Jake will take note and we'll get it covered for you, dude. All right, so going back to new release number 2. New release number 2, again, is Van Helsing Hell to Pay. So I want to kind of cover with the cover artist first, like I always do. So cover A is Igor Vitorino. Cover B is Julia Cabrera. I love that cover B. Cover C is Alfredo Reyes. And then cover D is Darla Santa Cruz. Again, just some absolutely fantastic covers. So I do believe that I have them in opposite orders than what you have there, Noah. Yeah, so cover A is the one that's all the way far left. The cover D is the one right next to it, is the Durless, is the second one there. Do you want to switch them, or do you want to?
Let me pop this down. And
Go ahead and pop that down. So hang on before you order any of the covers that are on there. So just to give you an idea, these are the covers, and they are the A, B, C, and D. So the A is here up top, and then the B is right next to it. So the B is that Julia Cabrera, which is the one I mentioned that I really enjoy. And then the C is the Alfredo Reyes, and then the D is the Darla Santa Cruz. We'll get it all straightened out. Sorry about that. I apologize. So again, Van Helsing Hell to Pay, it's $5.99. The reason being it's 32 pages. This one I also read today. I absolutely thoroughly enjoy. It's basically Van Helsing and Julie Jekyll. So Julie is basically kind of like our Jekyll and Hyde type of character. She has the ability to almost kind of like transform herself into Hyde, and she kind of just becomes like almost like a She-Hulk type of character. She's absolutely badass when she transforms. So anyway, it's those 2 characters coming back from Neverland after some run-ins with Pan. Julie kind of receives a lethal injury on her arm and so forth. They don't even know where they've been transformed to. They wind up meeting up with Angelica Blackstone, who is Hellchild. Hellchild is another one of our characters, another phenomenal character of Zenescope's. She's basically the daughter of Hades. Just really badass, kind of vampire hunter, kind of along with Van Helsing and so forth, kind of like almost kind of gun for hire too, is Angelica Blackstone. So the three of them wind up battling these, these beings that have been kind of like transformed from vampires and so forth. But it's another phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal Van Helsing story, actually written by Pat Shand. But again, if you want to have it signed by Joe Brucha, signed by Dave Franchini, Dave was contributing on the story. Joe, as I mentioned before, Joe's the president of our company, can sign everything we do. So again, that's Van Helsing NR2, Van Helsing Hell to Pay, I'm sorry, I should say. Again, 32 pages for $5.99. And if you're interested in Van Helsing Hell to Pay, just go ahead and put it in the notes. Try and keep in mind, too, half of the proceeds that we generate today are going to go to my main man, Rod, over at Rodman Comics in Iowa. Rod's got an absolutely fantastic shop. You saw it there as far as, what do you got, Al?
You want me to cycle through the covers real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Pop them right back up there if you want to go ahead and. All right, so there's cover A, and that's the Igor Vitorino there. And then the B, which is the one I really enjoy, which is the Julius Cabrera. The cover C, which is, who's that again? I got it.
That should be.
The cover C is Alfredo Reyes. Yeah, so Alfredo Reyes. And then the D, of course, that one right there is Derla Santa Cruz. Okay, so just want to make sure that, Stephen, you definitely want C and D unsigned and so forth. So C and D would be the Alfredo Reyes, and then the Derla Santa Cruz, and so forth. All right, so just want to make sure you guys are on board as far as the covers that you want. Again, cover A being the Igor Vitorino, Julius Cabrera, and so forth. All right, so let's go to the graphic novels that we got going on. So we got a combo deal that I'm willing to offer. If you buy both of these graphic novels in a comic shop, they're going to be $19.99 each. So what I'm doing is I'm doing actually both for $35. So I'm knocking off about $5 off the cost of the graphic novels. So Belle is, I want to call her almost like our female Batman. She's kind of a gadget girl. She fights beasts in Philadelphia. In fact, one of the first beasts that she fights in Belle Beast Hunter is this Minotaur down at the Philadelphia Library, down in Philadelphia and so forth. So I'm doing both graphic novels for $35, or if you want to do one of each, like say you already have volume 1, but you're interested in volume 2, I'm going to do those separately in a minute. Michael, no problem there whatsoever, grabbing you both of those. Also, please indicate whether you want to have them signed by the writer. That would be Dave Franchini. David wrote both Belle and Belle Oath of Thorns. Belle's kind of an ongoing series for us. I would say Robin Hood, Belle, Van Helsing, Grim Fairy Tales, Grim Tales of Terror. They seem to be all of our ongoing series going on. So we certainly probably have enough to make another Belle graphic novel. Certainly have enough to make a Belle omnibus, probably in that regard. Belle has become one of our focal characters, doing an absolutely fantastic job. The guy in her ear to start would be the Candlestick. So Belle, again, her father's former military. Her mother was a beast hunter before her, so she kind of comes from a line of beast hunters. She almost kind of becomes this gun for hire, this gal to kind of basically protect Earth. She gets hired by Chip and Belle Oath of Thorns to then protect Earth from these supernatural beasts that threaten it and so forth. Kind of hard to defend Earth, with just, guns and whatever at our means and so forth, when Belle actually has the actual ability to do so. All right, so again, this is our graphic novel pack. You're getting one of each of those volumes. Go ahead and let's do just Belle by itself. So if you're interested in graphic novel 1, it'd be just Belle. So say you didn't want to spend $35, but you want to start with volume 1, this would be the place to start. Would be Belle, our beast hunter. And again, I think, is it Bongdazzo did the interiors on this?
For the first volume.
Just for the first volume?
I think probably around like chapter 4
4 or 5 is where
he drops up.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bong Dazzo actually passed away. Rest in peace, Bong. But we were really, really fortunate to work with Bong for a really short period of time. But again, just really fortunate to work with Bong when we did. Again, the other thing I want to show on this is, again, the interiors. Just some absolutely fantastic interior work by Bong Dazzo and others on Belle Beast Hunter. And again, it's $20 for the graphic novel. What's also kind of cool is this one we've gone back to putting the covers for each individual issue in the back of the book. So you're going to get some absolutely fantastic covers. There's a cover by Josh Burns that I just showed you there. Here's one by Mike Chrome, and then another cover actually by Bong Dazzo himself. So some really cool covers in the back of the book, from like basically issues 1 through 6, or is it 1 through 5? I think it's 1 through 6. 1 through 6. 1 through 6 on Belle Beast Hunter, and again, giving you all the covers in the back of the book. So again, if you're interested in that for $20, or if you're interested in the graphic novel combo, that will get you both Belle Beast Hunter and Belle Oath of Thorns for $35. So let's go ahead and do graphic novel number 2. Graphic novel number 2 will be just Belle Oath of Thorns. Let's say you already have graphic novel number 1, and you're looking for where the story goes from there. It goes to here, which is Belle Oath of Thorns, again, volume 2. And once again, has the cover art in the back of the book. Some absolutely fantastic covers done by our fantastic cover artists. We are, I say it all the time at conventions, we are extremely fortunate to work with the cover artists that we do, that do covers for us and so forth. And the Belle Oath of Thorns, again, no exception, just these absolutely fantastic cover work. And then the story is just absolutely fantastic as well. And then again, same thing, the interior art is just fantastic too as well. And then coming from Dave, Dave's going to get a little twisted, get a little freaky with pretty much everything he does. Dave is writing Grimm for us right now. He's writing Belle. Dave does Cindy, Serial Killer Princess too, when we do that. All right, so let's get to everybody's favorite thing. Antonio, you missed nothing, dude. We did some new releases, Antonio. We did Sleeping Beauty. We did Van Helsing Hell to Pay. We did some graphic novels. You are just in time for the variants. All right, please don't put book 1, book 2 into the notes. You are not going to get books based on those things. So really quickly too, I want to throw a shout out to Casey Brennan. So we had a lot of you guys asking us what Casey's doing, what she's up to. You can actually find a video on YouTube right now that Casey did on the Sixers. She does like a little bit of commentary on the Sixers, kind of like the state of the Sixers, what's going on with James Harden, what's going on with Elton Brand, what's going on with this player and that player and so forth. You can like and subscribe. Thanks, Carol. So you can find this link for this video that Casey did on YouTube, actually on my Facebook page, or possibly on her Facebook page, although I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you want to look me up, Jason Camillos on Facebook, please go ahead and do so. And then once you watch the video by Casey, please like and subscribe or whatever. We'd love this to work out great for Casey. She actually checked in with us the last stream that we did, the Beach Blast, and we were fortunate enough to have her on there. All right, so let's rock and roll without further ado, dude. All right, so book number 1 is going to be August is the first code I'm looking for. It is this Ivan Tao beauty right here. August is the code I'm looking for $10, dude. What? Who made this $10? I must speak with someone. Are you joking with me? Ivan Tao. What? So again, all the interiors are going to be that Sleeping Beauty, the Nightmare Queen, the book that I just described to you, which is, first of all, this makes this a phenomenal collectible as well as a readable. All right, this is our Diamond Retailer, our bronze collectible. It's only $10. It's a cover by Ivan Tao. Michael, I couldn't agree with you more. This cover is just beyond banging. He's got Karis going, some absolutely fantastic stuff going on right there. So again, August is the code that we're looking for. That is the month that we're in. We're only going to do 20 people that are going to buy August. Maybe we'll write down a few extra names. I'm going to go ahead and give Kiera a little bit of time to write down these names. But August is the code we're looking for. Please don't put number 1. You will not get it. August, again, for $10. Again, try and keep in mind, when we do our 500 print runs, they are normally anywhere from 10. They could be as high as 15. I'm going to challenge you to go ahead and find this on eBay for less than 30 or 40 next week. It's going to be going crazy. I'm sure it will be. Some of you are actually here to do just that, to grab your book and go ahead and flip it. I'm going to guarantee you're going to make more than $10 on the book. I'll stake my career on that one. All right. So again, Gary, perfect book for you, darling. All right, Gary, we got Karis on August, which is, again, it's $10. Good to see all those guys, all you guys and gals in the stream. Harlan, good to see you again. Thanks so much for visiting us out in San Diego. Kyle, Glenn Stein, Chad, Randy. I don't know if I've ever met Randy. Is Randy a longtime customer? Is Randy Lamberti? I don't recognize that name either, Randy. If you've never bought from us before, I don't know if you have. If you haven't, I apologize. If I don't recognize your name, I apologize. Make sure you shoot us an email at vcons, VCONS @Zenescope, just so that way we have your information going forward. If you bought from us before and you're good, Randy, then I apologize. Again, anybody that's new to the stream, if this is your first time buying, make sure you shoot us an email to vcons, that's VCONS @Zenescope. VCONS @Zenescope. Give us your name, your address. Glenn, you did join at the perfect time. There's Drax. Once again, Drax can't leave us alone. We're just in Drax's life. Drax, dude, thanks so much for the kind words that you said about me, dude. Drax, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am blown away by your art, dude. We're the ones that should be thanking you. I keep on talking about I just mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, the interview that you did with Noah. Just really awesome, humble work out of you, man. It seemed like you kind of like you were shy to start and didn't know what to say, didn't know what to talk about, kind of a little nervous and so forth. But then you opened up, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it was an absolutely fantastic interview, Drax. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for working with us. Thanks so much for everything, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. The fans absolutely love you, and we absolutely love you here, man. We couldn't be happier. You ready to rock and roll?
Do you see who Randy is?
Rod's uncle. Randy, what's going on, dude? Good to meet you, dude. So Randy, I think Randy can get a free graphic novel, right?
Yeah. By
being a first-time customer.
Yeah.
Randy, you can get a free graphic novel from us signed by being a first-time customer with us. AJ, couldn't agree with you more, dude. Antonio, couldn't agree with you more. Noah does an absolutely fantastic job with the interviews, as he did this afternoon with Rod from Rodman Comics. Just really awesome, man. So Randy, make sure you if anybody that's new buying in the stream, you're going to get a free graphic novel signed by one of our crew. In fact, that reminds me, once again, I got to bring some graphic novels down to the VIP event in Philly, so I can have some stuff signed by Ralph, maybe some stuff signed by Pat. I got to write this down or I'm going to freaking forget it. Some stuff signed by David Wall too as well. I don't think David Wall actually did any graphic novels though. I know I can get Pat to sign some stuff. Definitely Ralph. For sure, I can get Ralph to sign some couriers, some hit list, stuff like that. All right, good stuff, dude. Drax, you can definitely get that cover, dude. Put Drax down. I'll put him down. Drax, you know what we'll do is we'll have to maybe we can send it in his comps or something like that. Or something like that. We'll just comp him one. What do you got now?
No, I wanted to quick, if I can.
Yeah, please.
I wanted to say to Drax and everybody listening, also Drax, good to see you. Thanks for joining. But I totally, I looked it up when I got home. I screwed up. You were talking about Jorge Jimenez, who does Super Sons. And I was getting Dan Mora confused because he does World's Finest. We were talking a little bit about anime-inspired Western comic art. And I always get the two of them confused. Jorge does like the Super Sons, so Little Batman, Little Superman, Robin. And then Dan Mora does the adult version. So just quick little footnote clarification. I apologize for getting it wrong, but wanted to point you guys in the right direction. Drax, absolute pleasure, sir. You're what? Godspeed, sir.
Good work, guy. Good correction going on there. I like that, dude. All right. So again, Drax, thanks so much for joining us in the stream. And of course, you can get a cover by Ivan Tao, dude. Maybe we'll see if we can put a couple books together for you. Some Ivan Tao. Next time, Kiera sends some comps your way and so forth, and we can put some Drax covers in there or Ivan Tao covers, I should say, in there for you. All right. So the next book that we are going to do is a cover by Michael Dooney. The cover or the word that we're looking for is first. All right, first. $20, dude. All right, first right there. Bam, bam. Again, Michael Dooney. Again, and once again, it's on Sleeping Beauty Nightmare Queen. just put first into the notes and it shall be yours. First is the code that we're looking for. Please don't put book number 2. It's not going to get it for you. First is what we're looking for. Again, we're looking for about 20 people to buy on this. Joe, good to see you as always. Mark LeBranc, good to see you. John Potton, as always. Gary, good to see you as always, darling. Chris Franklin, Stephen Posner, thanks so much for jumping in. Jay Long, what's up, my man, Jay? Jay, good to see you as always, too, as well. So, again, first is what we're looking for. The reason why I did that is happens to be August 1st. I was struggling for a code to use for one of these books. So I came up with some really bad themed stuff. I'm just going to say, what do you got?
I was going to say, Antonio posted a comment. I don't know if you saw.
What's that?
Most of our codes are eagle themed.
Most of our codes are eagle themed. Look, Antonio, you might be a little bitter out there. All right, we're certainly not gonna, you know what? Maybe we can make some codes for Dallas. We'll do Dallas, and then sucks, and then it's been 27 years. Maybe we'll make those the 4 codes next time, like 28 years or something like that. 28 years since they actually since they've done something. No, dude, we don't normally make an Eagles fan. I want you to know, actually, Casey used to come up with all the codes for the most part. Like, I would come up with something, and then Casey would reject me on principle. She would say, no, that's no good. That's not fun. As you can see, I'm doing August. I'm doing 1st. So this is where I need Casey is what I need. All right. All right. So good stuff. So Janet, no, we actually don't offer those to get signed. If you would like to have yours signed, I suppose we could do that. Did Janet grab one of the firsts? Janet Christians? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still filling out the first one. Yeah.
All right. So I got a feeling we're going to sell out, Janet, on the first 2 books that we did. But the next 2 books that I have, if you jump in on either of those, you actually technically could get them signed. You could get them signed by the writer, which is Dave Franchini. The only reason I hesitate to do something like, or I'm hesitant to do something like that is usually whenever we get the cover signed, especially when it's a variant, a collectible like this, it's usually by the cover artist that people want to have it signed. So Randy's saying he wants his signed too as well. All right. So again, if
Yeah, Janet made the list. So
she did make the list. All right. So yeah, why don't you put Dave? I guess Dave to have it signed. So we can't get it signed by the cover artist. I want to make sure that's clear to you guys. So Randy and Janet, both of you guys, if you want to have your book signed, I can't have it signed by the cover artist. That's Michael Dooney. I believe Michael actually makes his home. I know he doesn't make his home anywhere near us. That's for sure. So if you want to have Dave sign your book or something like that, you definitely can. Dave is the writer of the comic, but again, try and keep in mind it's not the cover artist that's going to get signed. All right, so Janet's good, and there you go.
All right. And
What do you got?
other
questions.
Tom Ryan was asking if he could combine the shipping. for the
Yes.
previous speaker.
So
I got a thing
unless
like a
you
feeling that's
guys-
what we're doing, aren't we?
Yeah, unless you guys email VCon specifically and say don't, we will automatically combine the 2 invoices.
Okay. All right. So what Kiara was saying there is if you joined us for our Beach Blast convention, which was just this past week, Friday, Saturday, we are going to combine orders on what you're ordering today plus what you ordered on Friday and Saturday. Kind of makes a little bit of sense because there's only one day in between. The other thing is to save you guys as far as shipping is cost too as well, which makes a whole lot of sense. So again, Diane and Kiara are going to be doing some combining shipping as far as our Beach Blast convention. That was Friday and Saturday. If you're still interested in viewing that Track Scout interview, again, it's the Friday one. Again, just go to our Facebook page, go to videos. Make sure you look up Beach Blast. It should be one of the first videos that you see under videos, and then about an hour in is the interview with Drax, which would be awesome. All right, Michael, thank you, dude. All right, let's rock on, dude. Let's go to the 3rd book. The 3rd book, what I'm looking for is Rodman. All right, Rodman, as in Rodman Comics was the store we just talked to. Ba-bam, ba-bam. All right, this is $40. The reason why it's $40 is this is a LE 199. It's a 199 print run. We're only looking for the first 10 people that buy this book. So Rodman's what we're looking for. Not Dennis Rodman, but my man Rod over at Rodman Comics, doing an absolutely fantastic job bringing you new releases, bringing all the Zenescope that you guys can handle. All right, so again, Rodman's what we're looking for. And Randy, let us know again if you want to have it signed by Dave Franchini. You certainly can do so. Randy seems to be getting all of his books signed. I like it. Franchini would be flattered, dude. So again, Rodman's what we're looking for on the code for this. Again, it's $40. Again, the interior is going to be, once again, that Sleeping Beauty that we described basically on new release number 1. So again, if you're interested in Rodman, we'll take the first 10 people. Again, try and keep in mind, half of the proceeds going to my main man, Rod, down at Rodman Comics, doing an absolutely fantastic job Randy, thank you, man. Thanks so much for joining us today. Really happy to have you. To you, sir. And go Birds. Antonio, go Birds. All right. What do you got out there? All right. The Eagles came out with the Kelly Green jerseys. All right. The Birds came out with the Kelly Green jerseys. And just guess who is the #1 selling NFL jersey right now in the NFL. He doesn't play for the Cowboys. It's not Zeke. It's not Dak. Oh, it just so happens to be Jalen Hurts, the #1 selling jersey in the NFL right now. Jalen, my man, Hurts. All right, big fan. All right, going for MVP this year. Actually going for a Super Bowl, dude. I don't even care. All right, Zeke will play for the Cowboys, dude. It's only a matter of time. Unless they sign Dalvin Cook. I'm going to tell you right now, if they sign Dalvin Cook, it's not Debo, Joe. Good. That's good work out of you. It's a good try, but no, definitely not Debo. If they sign Dalvin Cook, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like the Cowboys would be vastly improved signing Dalvin Cook. And I know they've had him in. There's a decent chance he signs there. Decent chance he signs with the Patriots. A very decent chance he signs with the Miami Dolphins. But I do think Zeke will be back at a discount for sure. He will not be the lead back. That'll be Tony Pollard. But at least they'll have Zeke, dude. Zeke. There you go. There you go, dude. Kelly Green, dude. We love our Kelly Green. All right, we ready to rock and roll here, or you're doing some stuff over there?
I was just writing down a couple extras.
You're writing down a couple extras just in case? All right, yeah. I like it. All right, so the last book that we're going to do, we're going to make it comics, dude. Comics is what we're looking for. This one's going to be $75. Oh, you know what? I forgot a little Z-rated sticker, so I'm going to do a little oopsies for you guys. All right. Hey-o. So comics is what we're looking for. The reason why it is $75 is a 99 print run. I'm just looking for the word comics. All you have to do is put comics into notes. I'm going to look for maybe say the first 5-6 people to do so. Again, if you're interested in this $75 book, the reason why it's $75 is, I was going to say the cover is pretty dark. I can tell you right now, you can see it because I can see them. Maybe I should have went with some something. Anyway, I didn't Z-rate it, but there you go, dude. There you go. So again, comics, $75. If you're interested in that bad boy, again, another cover by Michael Dooney. If you've never met Michael Dooney at a show, I highly recommend going to see the man. Michael Dooney's been in the industry for years and years. The man's a legend. He's an absolutely fantastic cover artist. He's been doing covers for us easily 10 plus years. Just an absolutely fantastic human being. We are extremely fortunate to work with all the cover artists that we do. I say it all the time. You see Drax in the stream joining us. Drax probably enjoys working with us probably more than we enjoy working with him, and we love working with him. But it seems like you can't stay away, Drax. So a shout out to you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're awesome. We are extremely, extremely fortunate to work with all the covers that we do. If I started naming them off, my head would explode with how many guys and gals we are just so lucky to do cover work with. Just extremely fortunate company we are in that regard. All right. So let's pop up the print. The print's pretty much the same thing that you're seeing right there. It has the Rodman logo, though. You see the Rodman Comics logo right there up in the upper right-hand corner. So the print is an 11 by 17. We don't happen to have it in physically, but I can show you what the size of it would be. So again, figure an 11 by 17 print. Again, it's going to be a print. It's not a book. Okay. So the print will be 11 by 17. It'd be exactly like, not this image, but the image that you see on your screen. So again, 11 by 17, it's limited to 25. We're only going to do 25 of this print. So again, you're getting a limited edition print. It is the Z-rated version of the Michael Dooney that you saw, which was book number 4, which was comics. Again, keep in mind there's only 25 made of this print. So if you're interested in the print, please go ahead and put print into the notes. Kang, what's going on, brother? Good to see you as always, man. Thank you so much. Randy, also, too, if you want to let Rod know, Rod, if you're listening out there, too, I'll be offering these up to you wholesale. So if you're interested in bringing in some of these prints for your store, you are more than welcome to do so. You know what wholesale is on the cost of the prints, or the discount, I should say, that we offer on those. So, again, we'll be doing them for that. I'll probably shoot you an email, though, Rod, just the same, just to make sure that you're aware of the cost of the print for you. So again, this is an 11 by 17 print that you'll be getting. It'll have that cover right there. It'll have the Rodman Comics logo right on the cover too as well. And again, a cover by Joe. Not a problem at all, man. You're always good, dude. It's always good to see you in the stream, dude. Always. So again, if you're interested in that cover, again, it's going to be Michael Dooney, and it will be an 11 by 17 print, much like the one that I'm holding here, except obviously it'll have the artwork on it, but it'll be the artwork that you see right there on the screen. All right. So again, that cover by Michael Dooney, just put print or print number 1 into the notes. One way or the other, you're good to go. Kang, we're going to miss you at the Phillies game, dude. We're going to the Phillies game on Sunday, dude. It's going to be awesome, dude. What are you doing, dude? I need my faux Phillies fans out there. All right. Phillies played a tough Marlins team last night. I'm going to tell you right now, it was a tough win. All right, let's go to the pack, dude. The last item on the agenda is the pack. All right, so we're doing a special pack. This is a combination of our 3 of our last 4 remix covers that we've done. So you're getting the Keith Garvey, you're getting the Mike Chrome, and the Elias Chad Zudas, all for $250. These are all $100 books that we're doing for just $250. So you're getting about a $50 discount here. You're getting, again, 3 of our phenomenal cover artists for on these books. You're getting the Elias Chad Zudas that you see there on the left. The one in the middle is Mike Chrome. The one on the far right is the Keith Garvey, that Cinderella cover. Just an absolutely fantastic pack. Just try and keep in mind, though, it's $250 for this pack. So if you're interested in the pack, you certainly can get one. But just try and keep in mind, again, it's $250 for the pack. So unless we have any further announcements, anybody sponsoring us today? Are we unsponsored? We can just kind of mention our sponsors anyway.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so Sidekick Supplies. All right, see if you can pop that bad boy down. I'll throw up a little Sidekick. If you guys are interested in one of these bad boys for your short box, for your long box for comics, Randy, we're going to put you down for the special pack. Janet, we'll put you down for the special pack too as well. Thank you guys so much. Janet, if you're brand new to ordering from us too as well, please indicate whether you are, and make sure you shoot us an email to that vcons at Zenescope. And we want to get you a signed graphic novel for free. And Janet, if you have ordered from us before, I apologize for not recognizing your name. We're sponsoring Rodman Comics. Yes, Steven, I got you there. But our normal sponsors are Sidekick. So you can go to Sidekick. What's Sidekick?
Sidekick Supplies.
Sidekick Supplies. All right, Sidekick Supplies. Yeah. All right, dude, I'm trying to do a Noah kick right there. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm struggling, dude. What I got a nickel on that?
We got 50 cents on that kick.
All right, so Janet, you are new, so make sure you send us an email at vcons, VCONS at Zenescope, and we're gonna get you a signed graphic novel for free. Much like my man Randy there too as well. We're gonna get you guys both a signed graphic novel for free.
And Derek Leisman is also new.
Oh, we got Derek too?
Yeah.
Oh my, Derek, welcome, dude. We're gonna get you a signed graphic novel too as well. Awesome, dude. That's a really good work out of you guys. Thanks so much. I can't believe we got 3 new people in the stream. That's awesome. All right, so Sidekick Supplies for that. I do want to mention Hot Flips. If you guys are going to, or if you need comic book supplies, bags and boards, Mylar bags, tubes, top loaders, stuff like that, make sure you go to hotflips.com for all your comic book supplies. And then last but not least, we want to thank CGC. CGC is who we rock with. We put out new CGCs just this past Sunday. I know a lot of you guys took advantage of some of those. That's awesome, Gary. Sidekick just lowered some of their prices, so they're extending their prices on to you guys. We're extending their good fortune on to you guys, which I like. Make sure you got to go to CGC for all your grading needs. In fact, we're going to have CGC represented at the VIP event. It is not too late to get in on the VIP event. All right, it's getting awful close. All right, I did just email Ralph today because one of my main mentors, Jay, is going to be going to the VIP event. He's looking to buy his tickets ASAP. I want to make sure I'm going to get him a hotel discount for the Lowe's thing. So there's the information on the VIP event. It's going to be Elias Chadzudis, Mike DeBalfo, Sunka Manaki, John Royal flying in from the UK, Anthony Spey. All 5 of these phenomenal cover artists, all going to be in person, signing the books for free. CGC is going to be right on site. If you want to join us for the VIP event and you're not a VIP, all you have to do is go to Zenescope.com, put in Philly VIP event, and the ticket prices will come up for you. You can actually start buying into VIP and also get a ticket. Make sure you shoot us an email, though, at vip@zenescope.com, so that way we can see if we can get arrangements as far as a hotel discount with you too as well, because I think we lost our discount code for the hotel, but we are going to get it back. All right, so all of our writers too as well are going to be there. That'll be Joe Bruscia, Ralph Tedesco, Dave Franchini, David Wall, Pat Shand. We did learn, unfortunately, Gentleman Wright is not going to be able to make it, and we apologize, but it's still going to be an absolutely star-studded cast. Again, I'm flying at midnight Thursday. Jay, I don't know. Let me see what I can do for you, dude. Maybe I'll send Jake down to get you, dude. All right. Just kidding, Jake. Can't do that to you, dude. All right. Jay, it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome to see you at the event. Good work out of you, dude. So, yeah, Jay's going to be joining us for the VIP event. I've seen quite a few people that are going to be joining us with the VIP event. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. I think that's pretty much it. Don't we have something going on this weekend or something? Don't we, or something like that?
If you are going to the Greater Philadelphia Convention Center, Friday,
Which is in Oaks, right? Oaks,
Yeah.
PA?
Yeah,
Okay.
around the King Project area, I think.
Okay.
If you go there Friday through Sunday, you can catch Joey Bruscia along with the Zenescope Junior crew.
Oh, Joey the kid's going to be there, dude. You can actually get Joey to sign books, dude. All right, he's not really the writer, but his dad is. All right, what do you got?
No, just him and his gang are going to be there.
All right, so Greater Philadelphia, Oaks. What's the convention name?
Liberty Comic Con.
The Liberty Comic Con. All right, like as in Liberty Bell. All right, dude. So anybody's going to be in the Philadelphia area, the PA area, Oaks, PA, and you want to head on down and get some books. We'll have some books there. I'm sure we'll have plenty of graphic novels, plenty of variants and stuff like that. Stu's probably getting that stuff together now. Also, there's Rodman Comics. There's his web store right there. Please take note of that. If you saw a book on Rod's wall or something like that, something that you want to pick up, go to rodmancomics.com. I think that's pretty much it, dude. I want to thank Noah. I want to thank Jake. I want to thank Kiera, as always, for doing the names. Thank my man Rod for supporting us. Always keeping our books up on the rack, keeping our books up on the new shelf, too, as well. I want to thank all of our new people that joined us for the stream. Janet and Randy and Derek, was it?
Yes.
Derek, who is apparently a regular customer at Rodman Comics.
All right, Derek. And Derek, thanks so much, man. Thanks for joining us. Derek, make sure you shoot us an email at vcons@Zenescope. Get us all your information, and we are going to get you a signed free graphic novel along with your order today. All right, Steven, thank you. Later, Gator.